Hi everybody, welcome back. This is the last video in the series How to Compose, with a specific emphasis on GCSE and A-level music. And today we're going to be finishing our compositions. We're actually going to be doing the last section, the recapitulation. So let's get stuck straight into it. Okay, so this is where we finished off last time, just before the recapitulation. This is the end of the development section here. So I'm just going to, it's been a while since I looked at this, I'm just going to listen to the last few bars just to remind myself what we were doing. Okay, I'm just going to take it from this sort of dramatic part. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is just a lot of copy and paste. So I'm going to go back to the beginning, or exposition, and I'm going to copy everything probably from here all the way up to the development. Okay, so if I just copy that, Command C, just go over here. The only thing I've got to do when I paste it, it'll be more or less the same. I can change some of the accompaniment, I suppose, for our first subject. Our imperfect cadence and perfect cadence will be in the same place. But I may have to change the bridge around a wee bit because we actually don't want to modulate. There's no modulation going to occur in the bridge passage. And our second subject is going to be still lyrical, stepwise, or scalic. But this time it's going to be in the tonic key of C minor. So parts may need to be transposed up or down an octave to accommodate this new key. So before, when we first heard the second subject, it was in the relative major of E flat major. So there's probably quite a bit we're going to have to alter here. But I'll go ahead and copy anyway. And paste. Okay, so I've just copied that in from bar 66. That should sound like it's blends well with the previous section. So if I just play here. Okay, so I just want to see, is there anything really I should change? Maybe I would like to add something for the viola. Yeah, because it didn't do anything in the exposition, so this should actually retitle this to recapitulation now. Okay, so let me think about a melody then. Dum, da-da-dum. Okay, so I'm just going to bring up the keyboard just to see if there's any ideas I could play while that's going on. So maybe some sort of counter melody or something, like very basic, because there's quite a lot going on rhythmically and melodically with those two parts in the violins. Yeah, okay, I've got a sort of an idea. This may work. Just keeping it nice and legato here, I suppose. I'm not going to do too much of this. Okay, let's listen to that, see, does that work well with what we have? Yeah, okay, that's okay. Maybe have this an octave lower. Dum. So it leaps an octave. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. That works. So this time I can't modulate, so I'll have to change quite a bit of this section in here, this bridge section. Yeah, it's probably around about here that I would need to maybe switch things up. It actually, that's all sounding okay in the original key of C minor. Obviously, the function of these chords might be slightly different. So I probably won't change much of that bass. I may have a wee bit more of this sort of repeated pattern. And then that should bring us back up into the new key, or I suppose the old key of C minor. So I'm just going to change this to C minor to remind myself that all of that needs to go into C minor. So it may be easier to do this part first, and then, yeah, I'm going to actually change the second subject first so that the bridge passage, I know exactly where all of these parts are going to move to. Okay, so I'll do that before I do anything more. I'm just going to move all of this into C minor. Now, I know it was in E flat major before, so that was my old tonic there on that note E flat. So if I just move this up, there's going to be quite a few accidentals that I'll need to correct. Yeah, and I may want to actually have this part an octave lower, just so that it's not higher than the first violin. So I'm just going to push him down an octave. And also bring that down to E flat. And obviously this is too low, so I'll have to change this. Yeah, I'll probably move the cello part an octave lower as well, just to get a bit more bass into this music. Yeah, I'll probably move these guys down as well, an octave, just to get more. Yeah, I'll probably have to come up with a new idea here. Yeah, I need a B natural in there for this. G, G, G. Yeah, so I'm just going to switch this a little bit from what it was before. Yeah, kind of nice. B natural I'm going to need. I'm going to get rid of this guy here because I've already got the B natural. I don't want another B flat. Definitely don't want B flat false relation. And also, I don't want this idea going up so we get parallel octaves. So just going to change this to a crotchet. Keep it nice and simple. And maybe have this a wee bit more stepwise. Dum dum. Da da dum. What's this? G, E, E, and C. We'll probably have that an octave lower. The lowest note we can get. Yeah, this part I may want to move this up just a little bit now. Just trying to space it out as far away as I can from the viola part, just to make the parts have their own sort of territory, I suppose. I could even make this a bit lowered, actually. Yeah, have this descending going down. I'm going to change this. Before we had this idea, like a descending sequence here, I'm just going to have this as repeated crotchets, maybe. Okay, let's have a listen to this. And that's probably, yeah, going to affect all this. I probably want to have this an octave lower. Yeah, I'm probably just going to have a G pedal going the way along here. Da da dum dum. Just to sort of prepare the ending. Ba ba bum bum. An octave leap, just, yeah, for a wee bit more interest. And then an octave lower. Da 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 dum. Ba bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum dum. Or maybe dum dum dum. You probably don't even need that. Yeah, I might actually take this little coda section out. Because it looks like we could get away with just having the perfect cadence, just a bar after where it normally was. That last time it was around here. Yeah, okay, so we don't actually need. We could, if you wanted to, you guys, you could, have extended a wee bit more by having 4 bars. And as you probably know, if you've been looking at any sort of classical music, especially large scale orchestral or instrumental music like this, chamber music, usually when you have a coda section, it just outlines 1 and 5. So it's like dum 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 bum 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 ba dum. It's not really interesting, melodically speaking, or even harmonically speaking. It's just tonic and dominant. So we don't really need it unless you're really stuck for time. But if I was just to delete those bars, how long is the composition? Long enough. Okay. Yeah, so it's hitting the 3 almost perfectly on the 3-minute mark there. Okay. Okay, so that cello part is slightly better, I think. Yeah, maybe move the whole viola section. Yeah, okay. Nothing really changed much in that viola part. That's more or less okay. Second violin. Yeah, I changed this a little. Yeah, I'll give it a wee bit more of its own territory. Dum bum 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 da da dum. Yeah, it's going to change the ending a little. We'll have to probably change him to a B natural, this guy. That'll actually sound well leading up to C. Maybe put it down an octave because this is all quite low. Get all this down an octave. Okay, I think that might work. I'm just going to put in double bar lines here just to make it easier for me to find the beginning. Okay, so this is what the bridge passage has to move into. All I've done here is really a lot of octave displacement, a lot of changing the register of these instruments. Some of them are too high, too low, they were out of range. Yeah, so all that I've done here is sort of changed the register for a lot of these instruments, make sure I've got the right accidentals in as well for the new key, and sometimes actually moved melodies around a wee bit. I like this idea of being in thirds here, so that's kind of new. I've changed a little bit of what certain instruments are doing at certain times, especially around here with the cello part, because I want this feeling of the like a dominant pedal almost to signal that we're getting towards the end here. So again, I'll just introduce another couple of extra parts there, or lines, just to make it easier to see. So if I play from here, it should sound okay. There's probably a couple of wee things I've missed, but hopefully we'll be able to hear what it's meant to sound like. Yeah, it's probably a little bit weird actually for this melody part here. Might have that as just a descending scale. Da da dum. Do do do. Bum bum ba ba bum. Da bum 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 bum. Yeah. Da, da, bum, bum, bum. Okay, let's have we listen to that. Yeah. Okay, so we will have to probably put a couple of wee things for dynamics in this as well, just to sort of make certain parts a bit louder than others. So that's what we're aiming for, and this is what we've come from. We have this bridge passage now that we need to sort of mess around with. Might put it up an octave, make it a bit more dramatic, I think. Yeah, because the second subject's going to be quite low. We actually explore the sort of lowest notes for the viola and cello. So that's about as low as we want to go. So let's move it all up an octave. Now I know I'll have to change quite a bit here. Okay, maybe too high for the viola. It's a wee bit screechy. So let's put these guys down again. Just have the violins up an octave. Let's do the cello part first. I always think it's easier in my mind anyway to get the sort of bass line first. Okay, yeah, this is where it definitely needs to change. So instead of da 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 dum, have it going da 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 dum. Yeah, bum bum bum. I'm probably going to need an extra bar here. Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah. Insert bars just before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm going to need an extra little bar in here. So that's the viola. Oh, sorry, the cello. The viola part. Where did we end here? Yeah, probably have to change around here again. Yeah, probably have to change a little bit here. Yeah, that would do actually just there. Yeah, that works. Okay. Well, that's the viola part, I suppose. The second violin's a wee bit high, of course, so it's probably getting a wee bit too excited there. Put that down an octave. Let's see what we can do. Okay. That's all okay. And then the that's all okay. Okay, take this out. I'm just thinking. I want to sort of land on this C. So ba 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 bum bum ba dum 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 bum 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 dum dum dum. So maybe having some sort of scalic idea. If I work this backwards from the C, yeah. Okay, if I try this from here, yeah, let's try this. Da da da. So where does this need to be in order for that for it to link to that? Yeah, it needs to be G. Yeah, Yeah, so the GBD, maybe the D would work. B naturals. Yeah, okay, so that little idea, I'm just going to push that back each time and just have it getting higher. Or does it sound like it's getting lower? Okay, let's see if I can work this out. So here it was D, E, then it was E, F, and this one should be F and G. They're going to work with a harmony. Actually, it does. Actually, that's going to be okay. Put it in there as well. So that was F, G. This should be G, A. G and A. I might have to change some things around because, yeah, I don't think that's going to work with the F and the bass. So, okay. Move it up to A, maybe. It's going to turn down the middle part just so we can't hear it. Let's get an idea what this, because this and the viola and the cello are done. They should sound like they want to move to this C minor key of the second subject. Oh, that's wrong right away. Da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-dum. Bum-ba-ba. Da-da-da-da-dum. Maybe the G. Octave leap each time. Da-da-da-da-dum. Bum-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum-ba-bum. Da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-dum. G. Yeah, it's almost like almost a helping out with the pedal there. So let's play it again. Oh, I really do like that. That is nice. I just gotta work out what I'm gonna do with that second violin part. Okay, well, it was fine up until where? About here, and then this. And this is already up there, so I'll just have that as a crotchet F or something. F, F, F. Okay, well, it'll do. There's no fifth really, but sure, that'll be okay. And let's change this to. Actually, I could put the C in there. Yeah, that needs to be. Okay, we've got this. The okay, that's obviously not going to work at all with the. Well, D, D, F, and A. Okay, move it up to A. Will it work there? Actually, it kind of does. Then maybe this is going to be our 1C, 5 and 1. So this is to be C. We've got our E, G, and G. This needs to be the C. Okay. Same thing again, I suppose, except in the B natural. This is our GBD. Da-da-da-da-dum. We've got the B natural there, and I don't want another one here. So that should be the inner parts done. Okay, and the development section leading into it. Could that be the piece? I'm not sure. Let's have we listen anyway, just in case there's anything that we've missed. I'll go just to the yeah, the development section leading into this. Let's listen. Let's hear what it sounds like. That sounds okay. Okay, there's just a wee weird thing that happened there, I think. Da-da-dum. Maybe. Okay, let's just hear from here. That's all okay. Nice. Okay, yeah, that actually does sound almost done. Yeah, so that was kind of nice having that little descending scalic thing. I might just leave that highlighted in black there just so I can use it again if I want to. So I'll just change everything else to purple. Okay, let's have a listen to the whole thing and just to get an idea of what we have. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can put this through the BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin that you can get actually from Spitfire Audio for, I think, for free to get the sort of beginner plugin. I've got the full plugin that allows you to mess around with all the different types of mics and individual instruments and stuff. So rather than having this sort of electronic sound, which is okay, you know, you're not going to lose any marks, you know, from the examiners or from the exam board if you were to hand in this type of audio. The only thing we would need to do, of course, is add dynamics and stuff in here. I mean, it's very plain at the moment, but you're not going to lose any marks for the electronic sounds that you'd have here. But it'd be nice just to get as close to authentic instruments as possible. So I might treat this to maybe something in Logic Pro, the BBC Symphony Orchestra, just to let you guys hear what it could sound like if it was played almost played by real musicians. So let's have a wee listen from the start just to see, does it sound coherent? Does it sound like it's built up properly? Okay, that sounds like it's nearly finished to me. There's just dynamics and maybe a couple of wee things to tweak here and there for levels and things like that. But what I'll do now is I'm going to go away and put that through the BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin for Logic Pro. And as I say, you guys can get that for free from the Spitfire Audio website. It's a fantastic plugin if you have, Logic Pro or some other DAW system that you're working from. But you don't need to have it. I just want to show you guys or give you guys a good idea of what it could sound like if real people were playing it. Unfortunately, I don't have access to a full string quartet of professional musicians, but I'll let you hear what it sounds like once I'm done with it. So it's probably going to take me weeks to do that, but you'll hear it hopefully right after the end of this video. Unless I make a complete mess of it, in which case this is the end of the video. Okay, well, hopefully you'll get to hear it. And yeah, so that's the end of the course, guys, for how to compose. So it was fast-paced. I understand it. It's very fast-paced. So you may want to go over some of those videos again, especially about how to change key or how you come up with melodies. You probably saw there at the end that I was going quite fast through the recapitulation section, coming up with wee ideas in my head. You get better the more you do it, the more you practice, the more you follow the guidelines, I suppose. So if you have any questions, of course, get in contact, leave a comment beneath the video, or send an email off to Top Score Music Academy. Check out our website with loads of other videos up online already and loads more coming too. So yeah, I'll see you again in the next one. All the best. Thank you.